great white restaurants accused of racism towards customers. Say what now? Well, here's a video posted about the scandal.
Hi guys, I'm a great white, and I don't know if it's just me, but they put all Asians in one corner, and it's all white people. Asian, like everybody's white on the main seating area. Asians. Okay, this table just left. We're gonna see who comes here next. If it's Asian, that's confirming my theory. Okay, new party just came, but look. Asian. Guys, new party just came in, but look. Sorry, I'm not trying to... You see? They really put all Asians in one corner. Okay, we just got out of there, but one observation that I didn't mention in the video is that there was another corner, and that corner was filled with Asians too. So they're putting all the Asians in one corner because, I don't know, maybe they're embarrassed of us.
Not only do we have confirmation that this is a pattern of behavior of great white because it happened to this person both times they went, and not only did this happen to Charles M. Lowe, the renowned Harvard fellow who is also a black man, but he specifically asked to be moved, and even though the whole restaurant was open, they told him there was no openings. And if we take a deeper dive at some of the reviews that were posted before all of this, this is the one for their Larchmont location, where 3 years ago, Winston here noticed that there was not a single person of color on their wait staff until one day he walked by and noticed one black man. He literally compared it to Get Out. Or what about this review from over a year ago, where they deliberately delay service for black people as well? And even 10 months ago, this Asian family were prevented from sitting on their bench while waiting for a table. And if we take a look at their Venice location, 2 years ago, this person noticed, no black folks here. You ready for this one? Apparently, Great White wasn't the only restaurant that the Sams owned, because 6 years ago, they opened up another place in Venice that was like right around the corner from their Great White Venice. Want to know what they called it? Gran Blanco. And for those of you that don't speak Spanish, you want to take one wild guess what Gran Blanco means? Yeah, that's right. It means great white in Spanish, which is a very odd name because they serve nothing but Asian food.
Listen, I had talked to you before about just how incredible the production staff here is, the team. These aren't made up stories. It's a mirror, folks. Great White. We're going to get to the name. I have no reason to go there. I know Charles Lowe. I'll have to ask him why he chose to go there. I'm glad he did. So that's an extra voice here. It's craziness. And I will tell you there's more. But before I do that, it reminded me, as the woman who was chronicling her experience there, that there's an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry is deemed not attractive enough in a restaurant, and he and other so-called unattractive people are placed in one section. All the stereotypically good-looking people are placed in another. He does it. Again, it's not a scientific experiment, but it appeared that this is what was happening. I already have heard enough, but wait, even more disturbing allegations. Listen.
I was consistently told by management to limit the amount of ethnic-looking people and to only let in hot-looking people. And that was directly from Sam Trude and Sam Cooper, the owners of the Great White chain that likes to segregate their people of color away from their white patrons. This is Sarah Rose, and she was the first black person that was hired at Gran Blanco, and she's been really brave to go public with this, so please go support her. And this was written by Sarah, but not after my videos, before, way before, back in 2022 when she quit Gran Blanco, where during her time, management was allowed to openly make fun of her for apparently being the token black hire, where she was trained to tell black people when they came to the door that they were at capacity, and for legal reasons, allegedly by the Sams themselves, who not only told their female employees to dress skimpier, but also felt them up. And not just Sarah, and not just by the Sams, but many different women that work there. In fact, when one of the servers from a Great White came and grabbed Sarah by the neck and she told the Sams, they did nothing about it. So apparently the Sams discriminated against black people and then treated a black woman like they owned her. Even though they typically only hire black people to work back of house, they told Sarah consistently that she was only allowed to work front of house because she was so hot. And when I asked her to clarify if both Sams were grabby, she stated yes, they were both freaks. But then when they weren't drunk and partying and the Sams came in during the day, they were both rude. To whom, you may ask? Just their black employees.
Only the best people. I don't even understand how you can be indoctrinated to think you're one of the best. That's what privilege does to you, apparently. And then you behave like one of the worst, allegedly. Marsha Phillips, NBC4 News Los Angeles, gave the following report on this scandal. She gave that report. Okay. I thought there was more, as if we need more. Okay. We don't need more. That was a button to this installment of what's going on at Great White. Ron Blanco, Cassidy Cho, we saw in the video, and her boyfriend dined at Great White, Melrose, Saturday, September 27th. This is recent, folks. She says she noticed the restaurant was seating all of the patrons who appeared to be Asian in one section of the restaurant. New party just came. Look, video she posted to social media documenting her experience now has thousands of views and comments. Cassidy says she quickly realized her experience was not unique. At the video she posted to social media documenting her experience, as we said, it got thousands of views and comments. Cassidy says, yeah, I guess it's somewhat comforting to realize it's not a one off. People in the comments were like, no, like that happened to us. And I think there was so many people coming to light and saying that's a shared experience that we've had numerous reviews online for Great White, Melrose, and their other locations. Also had comments going back years alleging people of color were discriminated against. And so many new comments flooded in after Cassidy's video that some sites had to temporarily restrict patrons from leaving their reviews. Some of those comments were answered saying that, quote, Great White does not tolerate acts of discrimination at any of their establishments. Maybe they meant Great White does not tolerate acts of discrimination being reported. I think they left out a part. Statement released to news.com.au. Owner Sam Trude said, any notion that we have mistreated customers or employees or seated people based on their ethnicity is absolutely outrageous and completely false. Everyone is welcome here. That has never changed and it never will. Well, some would say they are welcome to be discriminated against. They're welcome to be discriminated against at your establishment. This is what people are saying. So either everyone's lying, it's a coordinated effort, it's a conspiracy, or something's going on. Sam of NBC4 tracked down former employees who said this was part of the management culture. They were very direct about telling Marsha Phillips to make sure they limit the amount of ethnic people that are coming in. Sarah Breyer says she worked for Grand Blanco in Venice Beach in 2023 when it was owned by Sam Trude and Sam Cooper, co-founders of the Great White Restaurants. She says her management directed her to treat people of color differently. If Asian guests came in, we were told to sit them outside, like they never got an inside table. Montana Pine also says she worked at Grand Blanco, server there when Sarah was a host. There, we were instructed to tell people that the restaurant was at capacity when, certain demographics came in that they did not want in the restaurant. Montana quit a year ago. Both women said it was all too much to deal with. So horrible because it's like, I knew everything that I was a part of was wrong, said Sarah Breyer. Thank you. Thank you for speaking out. If it was me, I would have, soon as they started trying to train me, now I wouldn't have made it through.
Right.
But maybe if, I don't know, it was the one token, I'd take out and say, okay, I'm just taking notes. No, I'm recording you. And I'm going to ProPublica and everybody's going to see this. I'm recording you. But I'm glad they spoke out. Blanco posted this on its Instagram account Thursday. We'd like to share that Gran Blanco is now under new ownership and management as of June 1st, 2025. We're an independently, locally operated business committed to creating a welcoming space for everyone in the community. I don't know whether it is or not, but I'm still going to say nice try. Really? Okay. NBC4 also reached out to Great White, offered them a chance to respond on camera. We received this statement. Great White is named after a shark. A racist one? Asking for a friend. It has nothing to do with race. Any notion that we have mistreated customers or employees or seated people based on their ethnicity is absolutely outrageous and completely false. Everyone is welcome here to be discriminated against. I added that last part. I mean, this is crazy. Stop it. But for Cassidy, she says she experienced this firsthand. While Great White was once a favorite spot of hers, she won't be eating there again. If those are the type of behaviors that they're pushing forward, I don't think it's, type of people, but I also want to support them. Yeah, she don't want to support them. So I don't think I will be going back. And Great White has locations in Venice Beach, Brentwood, Larchmont, and here in West Hollywood. Special thanks to TikToker and activist Etchiski. Made a series of videos, thank you, that display the various allegations against the LA restaurant chain following his page for the latest update. Why are you going into this industry where you serve the public if you do not like a large percentage of the public where you've opened your establishment and you're presumably just opening it to discriminate against them? I don't understand. Money's green. I want money, not at all costs, but I don't understand the mindset. And I don't want to go into their mindset. It's very strange. It's very strange to me.
Well, I'm more interested in, and I'm about ready. I was chomping at the bits to hearing that statement of a former wait staff to cuss them out. Because if I was in an orientation meeting and they said to me, Jamie, this is the Crackle Barrel, wherever I'm working at, we see Asian people outside, I would get my behind up and be like, this is not the place for me to be working. Granted, they would have been able to tell that immediately because it's on the face. But how much do you need a job at Great White to be participating in this ethnic discrimination? To be told to seat Asian people outside and then continue your employment there a year, is that what she said? Thereafter is ludicrous to me.
This isn't really what I want to be a part of.
Right, a year after sitting the Asian people outside. No. And then they released a statement about racial discrimination is not tolerated. Yeah, that's correct. It is encouraged. You are encouraging. It is part of your curriculum to be racially discriminated. And that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, maybe we'll button with this. It could be that we're in such a time where this is expected, tolerated, encouraged, celebrated, that a young woman who probably wants to be an actor, a lot of people do wait staff, that whole show, what was it, Vanderpump Pump Rules? I could work in a place that's sexier and less discriminatory. And I don't know about that place either. I'm just saying, wake up, look at your life.